Hi guys, who's back? We're back. Hey, hi, it's a party. Okay. Hi, good to see you all. I see you all there, even the ones in the back. Hi.
Добро пожаловать на Лонгу Брат ТВ. Спасибо, что вы нас смотрите, спасибо, что вы подписаны на нас. Сегодня мы решили сделать первое видео, поскольку вы посылаете нам много вопросов, и мы решили начинать на них отвечать.
I'm going to answer some of your questions today. My translator is here today.
Как мы с тобой познакомились?
How did we meet?
How did you and I meet?
Oh, what a story. Notting Hill Carnival, which is a huge carnival here in London. People from all around the world come to it. It's in August, the last bank holiday of the year as well. It's a huge celebration, it's gorgeous. That particular year, I had split up with my ex-boyfriend of 5 years, maybe a couple of months before. And my friends at the time had come to my house because I wasn't speaking to anyone, I wasn't picking up the phone, I just, you know, you just have to heal, right? So they came to my house and said, look, he was crap anyway, which he was, and let's go out, let's get drunk, let's have fun. And I've gone, no, I don't want to go anywhere. So they're all dressed up, and I'll get Ernest to insert some pictures of what it looks like, the costumes at Notting Hill Carnival. So they're all really dressed up, and I've gone, I'm only going for you and the free alcohol. So I chucked on a pair of jeans and this really basic top and said, yeah, I'm going. I didn't put on makeup because as far as I was concerned at the time, men are trash, so I'm done. So anyway, we get there and they're all dancing and chatting to people and chatting to guys, and I'm just like, I'm not here for any of you people. I'm only here for appearance's sake, so whatever. So then we moved to a different spot and I saw Ernest and his group of friends. So then I caught Ernest looking at me and I was going, but men are trash, but So then I think I came up to you and started dancing with you. Well, somebody pushed me over to go dance with him, and we were dancing and your friends were trying to take pictures, and I was like,
You didn't call it dancing.
oh, well, okay, alright. Why are you trying to expose us? Dancing, guys, okay? Dancing. Yeah, and then you guys went off to a different spot where you started saying, oh, we're going to move along, good to meet you. And my friend at the time, I'll never forget, she literally got my phone out of my bag and said to me, you're going to go over to him and you're going to get his number. And I've gone, what? No, whatever, like if whatever will be, like if he's meant to be in my life, whatever. As I took another swig, she said, I have all your keys, your money, everything in this bag. You can't get home unless I give you your bag. So the only thing I'm giving you is your phone, and you better come back with his number. And I've gone, challenge accepted. So I've gone over, like, hey, and yeah, I don't know, like I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, hey, look, it was really good dancing with you and chatting with you, whatever I said in my really, like, at the time I used to speak like that and be really like that. and and I just went over and said, so like, it'd be really good to get your number and we can go out, or whatever I said.
This is how you used to talk?
Yeah, that's how I used to talk. And you were like, Ernest tends to pout, right? So I will never forget, because he just, whatever I said, and I can't remember exactly, he just went, yeah, cool. You see this horrible pout, I'm not joking. Sometimes he still does it, and when he does it, guys going forward, I'll bring it out. But he does the whole, yeah, cool. So he put his number in, and he's like, and it's really loud, and he says to me,
it was really loud. It's
insane, and he says, so what's your name? And I'm like, okay, well, I can't say Ujua because I get too many questions, and my middle name's Alexis, so I'm just going to say Alexis, and I'll correct him later on. So I'm like, oh, Alexis, and he says, oh, that's great, thank you, but what's your name? And I've gone, is he deaf? And I'm like, I said, you know, we're right by the speaker at that time. And I'm like, Alexis, and he's like, yeah, thank you, that's wonderful, but what's your name? I'm like, what? So in the end, I had to type it. No, I had to type it on his phone.
I'll explain what happened.
Yeah, do. So hang on, I just want to finish. And then I typed it on his phone. He's like, oh, okay. Now, I wouldn't find out for years what he thought I was saying. So I'll let you go.
Ситуация была такая, что поскольку музыка была очень громкая, я едва слышу, что она там мне говорит, но она мне пихала телефон, я помню, что хочет, чтобы я номер свой написал, я набрал, но когда я спрашивал ее, как тебя зовут, она говорила Алексис, но мне казалось, что она говорит I like you, и хотя она говорила Алексис, и из-за музыки я не услышал, просто я подумал, что она мне говорит, ты мне нравишься, поэтому я такой, да, я тогда страдал от юношеского максимализма, и я такой, да, нормально, ну, мне все так говорят, да, ну, зовут тебя как? Да, ну ладно, я понял, тебе нравится, ну, как зовут тебя как?
You know, I should have known then what you really are like. No, it was good fun. And then we met up the next day and had a coffee. And I remember my friend calling me and saying, he's exactly your type of person. Like, you know, my ex was really insecure and all of these things, and you know, he's just really happy-go-lucky and verging on arrogant, which you like, so which I do like, verging on arrogant and really cocky. I don't know why. I was just like, oh wow. So she said to me, oh, how did it go? You know, did you really get on? And I was like, look, the coffee was great and the conversation was okay, but
tell him about that.
He's a bit of an asshole.
Tell him a briefcase.
Oh, right. So we met in central London, and he was late, as always. The last couple of years, he's always late. And he came out of the station just when I was thinking I'm gonna go, because he's stood me up and made me look like an idiot. And just as I was like, I'm gonna go, and I was texting my friend like, are you in town? Let's go and have a drink. How depressing. He stood me up. He came out of the station. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, work overran. Now, at this point, I don't know what he does. And he came out in a really nice suit and a briefcase, and I'm like, oh, wow. You know, when I told my friends I was going out with a Russian, they were like, oh, maybe he's an oligarch. They all are moving here at the moment. I'm like, maybe he is. I don't know. All I know is he's good looking.
So obviously, in reality, I just finished my bachelor's, and I had to get a part-time job which had nothing to do with my degree, and it wasn't great either.
But the suit and the briefcase fooled me initially. So I said to him, oh, you've got a briefcase and everything. And I think I even said, oh, you know, you're working for a big firm, or what are you doing? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm working in the city. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he opens his briefcase, and the only thing he had in his briefcase was a banana and a bowl of water. And I remember going, now I'd never worked in the city. I was only 20. I was still at uni. And I've gone...
I was what, 21?
Yeah, you were 21. I was 20. And I just have gone... Now, I don't know anybody who works in the city. I had one friend who did, but I know that's not what they carry in their briefcases. Just a banana and a bottle of water. I just went, what does he do? That's always a funny story. But yeah, we had our coffee. I wasn't so sure of him.
That's how about me doing that, so.
Oh, I just thought he was an absolute arsehole. Like, I just thought, I love arrogance and self-assured kind of guy, but this is too much. Like, this is verging on, he thinks he's on his own planet. Just couldn't, I don't know. But I think when you're in your early 20s, you have this, this is my world and everybody else is just around me type of thing. I don't know what the actual saying is, but yeah, I just couldn't. I won't go into pure details because I don't want everybody to think you're an idiot. But it was just, there was a while where I was just a bit like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I even...
Hey guys.
Hi.
So people have been asking us to make a video about how we met, and that's what we're gonna do finally.
It's only been like 5 years since we, almost, not yet, but coming up on 5 years since we started our YouTube channel. And this has been one of the most requested videos.
So we have been together for about 6 years, and it's, I think,
Coming up
getting
on
closer to 7 years.
Married for more than 5.
I don't feel like we've been married for that long.
I know. Okay, so how we first met was in America, in my university, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, and I just kind of joined the Air Force ROTC on a whim, and they told me that they would pay for my entire university, all my bills, if I majored in Japanese. So I majored in Japanese, and then I really, really wanted to study abroad. At that time, I was mentally prepared when I came to Japan to just focus on studying the language because I was really, really into my Air Force stuff, and I just wanted to do like a really good job. Like when you do the officer track, it's so competitive. You basically have to be the best person ever at everything. So I was really, really set on just studying. And then when I got here, the very first day, that was ruined thanks to June, because I met June like the very first day, and then all of my plans just crumbled
how
and
are
destroyed.
how are they related?
So-
you could still study hard.
Okay. So I got off the plane, and then I had some people who were working with the study abroad program who helped me get find my way to the international dorm where I was staying. And then when I got to the international dorm, that's when June met me at the front door because he was going to be my RA, my resident assistant.
Basically, she came study abroad at my university, and that's how we met.
Yeah, and so June met me at the door, and then he showed me around the dorm where I stayed, and like he showed me how to do my mailbox and make my bed and everything there.
Well, basically, our job is just like help all the exchange students there to like survive, and just I was basically a handyman. That was my job.
Yeah, and the very first time I saw June, like, literally, he just looked like one of those manga characters from, like, a shoujo manga. He was super tall and thin, and, like, he acted really cool. Like, he was, like, twirling pens and stuff. You were just standing there. I remember the very first time I saw June. And he was just standing there, looking all cool, like, and I was like, oh man, that guy's gonna be a douche, because he's really, he looks really cool. Okay, so, fact about me. I've never in my life been physically attracted to anyone, ever. Like, I've wanted to be, I've wanted to date, I wanted to, like, have boyfriends and crushes like everyone else, but I never was. Until I saw June. And so June was literally the first person that I've ever seen where I just saw him and I was like, he's attractive. Wow, I like this guy. And to this day, he's still the only person in my life I've ever seen who I thought was attractive. So, lucky me, like, the only person in the world I've found that I'm attracted to, we ended up being able to be together, so, I got super lucky there.
I'm very honored.
But
Coitus.
But I thought he would be a douche. He acted like he was really cool, and I thought he was so attractive. I was like, I'm sure he's got like 3 girlfriends. And like,
what?
And I was like, oh god, this is real. I can't do this. I came here to study. I can't like just get attracted to the first guy I see. What is that?
Meanwhile, I was just like too busy dealing with all these foreign students. Like, oh, okay, now another foreign student's on the way. What to do? Yeah.
But I didn't want to waste my time on like a pointless crush.
Douchebag.
Yeah, I'm a douchebag that would never go anywhere and that would just like ruin my studies. So I was determined not to like June. I was like, there's no, I'm not going to get into any of this. I'm just going to not acknowledge anything and focus on my studies. And that lasted about 2 weeks until I couldn't do anything anymore. So that was my first impression of June. What was your first impression of me?
It was definitely like memorable, because like you came in by yourself, and like you have this like radiant red hair that was really noticeable, and like I think that was my first time for me to see people with red hair in my life because I grew up in Japan. I've never been outside of Japan really, so everyone has black hair. Like you're in a white coat on the day.